The show was shitty and the shit showed. Welcome back for another video. You guys already know what time it is. We're going to chop up the interview that went down on Fox Business, Charles Payne and David Mystery. I got some notes here, which David Mystery should have had some himself for this interview. Now, if you've been keeping up with Muln Automotive for a while, you know David Mystery has not been good at interviews at all. He either rambles or he either doesn't say much at all. Now, this interview was very short, a very short segment. I'll give it that. But David should have been more prepared. Wes Christian even had his bullets in the chamber to defend Muln Automotive and talk about the lawsuit in his short time speaking. And I know some people are saying that Charles Payne is against us. Why would he ask those type of questions in a short segment that Muln had today? But like I told you all in my previous video, down below it says Charles Payne already gathered some questions from shareholders and he has a few of his own to ask. And like I stated a little while ago on Twitter, that these are questions that has been circulating from shareholders all on social media, but they have never been asked directly to David Mystery on any of these YouTube interviews. So ultimately, Charles was asking some of the hard questions that retail needed answers for and see how David would actually respond to these. Charles Payne said right off the rip that David Mystery has a huge retail following and shareholders are disappointed. So right then and there, he should have already known, like, it's time to be serious. Starts rubbing his hands and smiling. David was asked, why do you pay yourself so much for a small company? Now, the hand rubbing has stopped by now, but this is what David had to say to that. He says, whatever compensation was given to me was by awards from my compensation package. You know, the 2 to 3% of shares issued after he meets these certain milestones for the company without not doing much at all. And ultimately, those issued shares increasing the shares outstanding, diluting the share price. Apparently, the audio starts to cut out after he said that, just like the audio was cutting out at the shareholder meeting when they started talking about reverse stock split. Shout out to Wes Christian being prepared for this interview, though. Some of the things he said was that he's found that illegal trading activities happens with naked shares, conversions of stock. When conversions of stock, he's talking about those Series D preferred shares that are being converted into common stock. That's what these dirty financiers that Muln is attached to. Then he talks about illegal lending, failure to deliver, and that they have verified with brokers that there is millions, 19 to 54 million of share imbalances. More shares owned reported than at the DTTC. So good job, Wes Christian. Charles Payne has also mentioned the amount of stock splits that's happened with Muln Automotive. And what did he have to say about that? I'm sure you guys have heard me say it numerous times. Charles Payne said, they are nuts. All you're doing is helping the shorts. And Schwab does respond to Muln's lawsuit. Just like I said here in this previous video, make sure you go back and watch that. It talks about how these firms are going to dodge allegations and turn the blame. Schwab says this lawsuit spins an outlandish conspiracy theory that blames Schwab for the performance of Muln's stock. But the complaint is long on salacious allegations and short on truth. The truth is that Schwab always acted professionally, legally, and ethically in this matter. Now, many may or may not believe Schwab, but you see what's going on here. Fate Wanderer 84 on Twitter, if you were watching this video, appreciate you for tagging me in this. Apparently there is going to be another interview set up with David Mystery tomorrow because of the audio issues. So David has some homework to do tonight. Charles Payne says, we should have carved out more time and the audio issue was unfortunate. So I have invited David Mystery back for tomorrow's show. And then someone down below says, someone higher than you didn't want to give David Mystery a chance. All your mics and speakers work all day, but he can't hear or speak. It is crazy how all these audio issues keep happening at key moments where shareholders get to hear some things they may or may not want to hear that definitely affects them. But ultimately, David is given another chance. Will he back out after today's interview, or will he accept Charles Payne's invite for tomorrow? So let me know your thoughts on today's interview. The stock price did touch 50 cents today. Did David expect Wes Christian to do all the talking today? Let me know what you guys think below. And do you think David will accept this invite for another interview with Charles Payne on Fox Business tomorrow? Share this video, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm gone.